Chat, here we go once again. Another great matchup. A matchup that we've actually had recently. Mawkzy versus Nwpo. We happened about 3 months ago. Mawkzy was able to take it 3-1. But since then, Nwpo has been powered up even more. We've made a couple different YouTube videos about him because his team, Kola, in the Middle East region, has become what I think is the clear #2 team in the region. And lots of that is thanks to Nwpo. So unfortunately, the Falcons are just too good. Literally didn't lose a single regional all season long. So Kola will not be headed to the major. But I want to say they finished second in points. They should, at least. They finished second in 2 different regionals and I think maybe third in another, something like that. I don't think they finished second in all of them. But an impressive performance from Kola and Nwpo. Venom and Ali making up the rest of his team. Now, he hasn't been much of a ones player. Other than that, he's played in our show matches a few times, and he's been able to handle most top players except for the upper echelon of like top 5 EU players, let's say. Top 5 EU. He's actually handled, I think, almost everyone he's played from NA on EU servers. But he hasn't beat Luispi, who I think did get a sweep on him, and then Mawkzy, who got a 3-1 on him. So everybody else he's looked good against. He's made it far in some of our tournaments that we've run, but never made it into any sort of semifinal or grand final situation. So has he just continued to get better? Is the ones game still there? We will find out as Nwpo gets his first clip of many during this series, which will be a dribble all the way from his back corner. Gets the reset and uses it right over the top of Mawkzy. Mawkzy does get a touch, but not enough to get the save. Mawkzy playing in a show match yesterday against Oski, the Mawkzy-Oski matchup on Johnny's. That was a fun series. You guys should check that out. I'll not spoil it if you haven't seen either Johnny's live or his video. Nwpo getting a second. Mawkzy really loves his wave dash kickoff. And he stuck to it a lot yesterday when I was watching him play Oski. And it seems like he'll be sticking with it again today. He's just made a couple of midfield mistakes, though, which isn't really like him. He's giving Nwpo free nets. And usually in Nwpo matches, it's the opposite. Nwpo is flying around the map, refuses to slow down, ends up getting a miss or two that leaves an open net. Right now, that's actually the case with Mawkzy. He's playing a little bit faster than maybe he should. Nwpo's got himself an early lead. Mawkzy to flick and a goal. It was a line drive. It had a bit of heat, and Nwpo just didn't have enough time to slow it down and pop it out of the net. Oxy greater than Oski. Yeah, that's a tough one to cast. The Mawkzy-Oski matchup. Mawkzy just going back to his flick time and time again. He is trusting it. Nwpo clearing this to the side wall. Going to give space to Mawkzy again. So what's he going to do? Stop the car. Stop the ball on his car. And flick it, this time going for placement. There is a certain kind of 45-degree flick that Mawkzy goes for. But you can tell he's just going for maximum speed. This one, certainly not the case. This one was about placement. He knew if he could just put it all the way in the top left corner, based on where Nwpo was, he wasn't going to be able to get the save. And he did exactly that, showing the full range. And this is why he's loving this kickoff, but a bit of a missed open net. I'm sure Mawkzy would beat himself up about that. The timing is, not incredibly easy. I think Mawkzy believes he could have gotten that in the net, given a second try. Nwpo going to clear this into his own corner. Tie game now. After his 2-goal lead gets dwindled away by Mawkzy flicks. Low 50 and a corner boost steal. Nwpo wants it right back in the air. The reset. Mawkzy just misses, flying underneath. Another boost steal. Maybe at the cost of possession. There's a really good demo chance here. Mawkzy does avoid it. Actually is even able to control the ball, despite Nwpo having full control of all the boosts on the map. Mawkzy loses the flick right away, though. What a 50! Nwpo just kills this on the goal line. Mawkzy couldn't hold on to his possession. He goes out to the midfield, and that's the reason why he ends up losing this 50. Or sorry, not out to the midfield, out to the corner. Or what I'm saying the past couple minutes, but he goes out to the corner, picks up the boost and tries to make it back to the net, which means he's going to be moving left to right as he tries to 50 Nwpo heading towards net. So there's a strong chance that he goes flying past after the 50, which is exactly what ended up happening. Now Nwpo has a low 50 at midfield. He's just going to boom it, looking for the top left. Able to steal the corner right on the respawn. Mawkzy feels comfortable with this amount of boost if he's allowed to pick up his flicks, and now he's going to delay it and goes low. He is showing the full range. Mawkzy may have only flicked on every single one of his possessions, but he's showing you how diverse the flick game can be. No attack has been too similar compared to the last. He's got himself back tied despite some midfield mistakes that he's made so far. Nwpo has 30 boosts in the corner here. Should be able to earn himself 100, and whether or not Mawkzy is going to be able to hold on to possession is yet to be seen. A pop out to midfield. Nwpo is going to win that race, or not so much win it, as he's going to win the challenge. He did get to the ball second, but he forces it the way he wants it to go. 30 seconds left to go. Nwpo trying to chip it up to himself midfield, and instead what he did is he chipped up a great pass to Mawkzy that has forced him to immediately back off. Now Nwpo on the back wall. The use of the flip is perfect to not get himself caught out. Mawkzy was looking to just chip it over the top of him, and now Mawkzy with the miss. Mawkzy's going to tap away possession. Nwpo going to look to grab the 100 and collect, and now he's going to take to the skies. Mawkzy late recovery on only a couple pads. The flip reset, it is not in. Mawkzy able to save it off the backboard. So overtime in game number 1, a very crucial game for Nwpo, if you ask me. Coming in here as the one's underdog against Mawkzy. It would mean a lot to start the series up. Ooh, he's just going to try and power shot it into the far post. He can't quite get it, but Mawkzy misses. Mawkzy has just been whiffing. That is the story of this game. Mawkzy's had a few different whiffs that have resulted in Nwpo getting goals. I mean, he's got to be beating himself up about that. He's trying to wave dash on the back wall to get the touch and continue his quick momentum of his car. He just doesn't touch the ball at all, and that's going to be a free goal for Nwpo. Game number 2. Mawkzy and Nwpo. Nwpo able to take this possession back into his corner to start the game. He is more than willing to go the entire field. That's how he scored his first goal in the last one. This time a wave dash gives it enough speed. It's the same kind of situation. A full field dribble. This time, instead of accelerating it over the top of Mawkzy to the point where he couldn't save it, he just gives it a bunch of speed on the ground, and Mawkzy is forced to just push it even harder in. 132 km/h goal as it crosses the goal line. Mawkzy with the wave dash kickoff. Once again, has himself a great possession. He's going to want to bring this to the net as soon as possible because Nwpo is awkward, having to recover and pick up this corner boost late. Actually pre-flipped himself onto the back wall and then tried to backwards wave dash. Did he come off the wall and backwards wave dash on the ground? And then ultimately couldn't stop the bounce. So 1-1. Nwpo and Mawkzy doing a bit of a dance here at the midfield. Nwpo was hoping to potentially bump Mawkzy off the back wall. And Mawkzy's counter doesn't result in a shot, but he does take this back corner boost. Nwpo just constantly staying moving, maybe outplayed himself a little bit, but with zero boost, he just didn't want to stop. His thought process is, if I stop, I can't get high. I can't, save this with force. I'd rather keep moving, go off the inside of my net. But Mawkzy with the precision keeps it away from him. Mawkzy with the dribble out to midfield. He was trying to see if he could bait Nwpo into making a bad challenge, but Nwpo did not. Is this live or recorded replay? This is live. Either that or I'm really good at predicting what you're going to chat. Mawkzy can't quite collect the ball, but look at this flick anyways. He never really got it underneath him. And lots of players can't create flicks out of that, but instead it just accelerates his even more, 115 kilometer per hour. 3-1. Nwpo, another kickoff win. He's actually been solid on the kickoff against one of the players rated by his peers as having the best kickoff. We talked about that before with Toxic and KV1. We've actually had all the kickoffers on recently. Nwpo wanted the wall to air dribble. Mawkzy says no. He steals it away, ceiling pinch, and wins in the race to the corner. Mawkzy's been doing this a lot. He's been making these strong clears into Nwpo's corner and then going to take his 100 boost as a way to start an offensive possession. Not a bad idea. Not going to be able to convert on this one, though. Nwpo is just always taking this ball in the air. High bounce. He can't resist it. The reset and the slowdown. What a shot. He was so high that any use of the flip reset was likely to push the ball over the top and make it a miss, but instead he gets in front of the ball, pops it, gives it just a little bit of extra height, and slightly slows it down. And now he's within one. I can't tell if Very Strong and Big Muscles is joking. His name is pronounced and then he just spelled the exact name out. I don't know how that's supposed to help me. But Mawkzy will get a fourth. The Toxic beat Evo the other day. Hopefully everybody has watched all my videos in consecutive order. Therefore this is not a spoiler, but Evo did win 3-1 against Toxic. Mawkzy being allowed to have this kind of space is so dangerous. I mean, he will flick early. He is shown to do that when you challenge him at the midfield. You just flick it, pop it over you instead of making this final shot with the flick. But right now, Nwpo has just been fully, not taunting him, but saying, you know, I can handle your flicks. Flick all you want. I'll just get the save. And it worked in game one. It's not really working in game two. And now this kickoff was just, I don't know if it was intentional or what. Maybe a bit of tilt from Nwpo. Has had a tough time saving a few of these shots. Now down 6-2. Mawkzy, one of the first misses on execution in a while, and he did have a ton of those in game one to let Nwpo into it. Seems like that might be the recipe to a Mawkzy win, is he just needs to not make any of these whiffs the midfield or around his net and give away any free goals. Wait, what's going on here? Is it a DC? Yeah, that 1 minute. I can reset up the game. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. Thank you, Psyonix. I can reset up this game at 6:3, 1:48 on the clock. 6:3, 1:48. I can set that up when Nwpo is ready. All right, we'll let Nwpo find his way back. And then once he's ready, we can reset that up. I typed it in chat so I don't forget. 6:3, 1:48. Feer, do you all right, let me 6:3. Wait, I gotta pause it. 63148. Is that what I said? Oh gosh, I already forgot, chat. Yes. Okay. 148.63. Restart. Oh my goodness, chat! I choked. I choked. I hit the wrong button. Wait. We didn't start from kickoff. Chat, I'm the worst admin of all time. All right. There we go. I did it. All my admin powers. I'm such a good admin. Oh, man. Hey, give me a break. I've only used the admin powers a couple times. Oh, they're going to take it back. Chat. Don't tell them. Oh, man. All right, Mawkzy immediately wins the kickoff again, though. Shows that it had nothing to do with lag. He was going to go up 7-3 either way. Make it 8-3 for the minute 30. What was my job again? My job was definitely not adminning for the RLCS, that's for sure. Feer, did you stream with the player's choice? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Mawkzy, KV1, Toxic, tied for best kickoff. I think this is what Mawkzy's interested in. He asked me if he could vote for himself for the best kickoff. I wonder if I can change perspectives while I have this typing open. Nope, I can't. In fact, I just deleted my typing. I'll tell him after. I don't want to tell him while it's the game's going on. Oh my goodness, what a pinch. (8-3). Really looking like Mawkzy's going to be tying this up. Ooh, long. That's not in too high. Mawkzy doubling it off the back wall. Just clear. He wasn't able to get boost off of it, and Nwpo cleans up all the boost on his half. So it will be a late recovery for Mawkzy if Nwpo can take advantage. But instead, he just launches it directly at him. That should be a 9th, assuming Mawkzy gets the nasty double, and he does. So we'll tell him Mawkzy, KV1, Toxic, tied for best kickoff. I don't know. A few weeks ago. It's been a bit. YouTube video has App Jack as the thumbnail. Mawkzy, another flick, a 10. 10-3. Game number 2 definitely going to the French flicker. What's going on, chat? (10-3). Bit of a domination for Mawkzy after a narrow win for Nwpo. This will hit the ground. Game number 3, chat. Mawkzy and Nwpo. Nwpo gonna need to clean it up if he wants to take Mawkzy down. He's gonna be back in the Octane. I feel like we actually see him play mostly Octane. Oh, first couple games in the Fennec. In the version 1. Oh, I like the color coordination with the boost, though. Both these guys in purple cars now. Nwpo wanted to be the blue team. He just found a way to do it, even if he's not on the blue team. Mawkzy tap high off the backboard. Nwpo sees that there's really no purpose for it, so he immediately flips into the corner and preps on stealing all the boosts because he doesn't have to worry about a shot. Like I said, Mawkzy uses that opportunity to just take this ball back into his corner. Now flick. Ooh, this one should have been saved. I think Nwpo could have had this one. It is another one of those flicks just directly to the back. Not even directly to the back of Nwpo. I mean, he did have a slight turn into it, and I think that's what you want when you want to get a good save with the nose of your car. But he just couldn't get to it in time. Credit to Mawkzy, who has just been slicing and dicing with his flicks. Look at that 360. That was a cute little 360 dance they both just did. Did Mawkzy spin as well, or was it just Nwpo? Oh no, he did a kickflip. I think Mawkzy just did a kickflip, chat. I mean, not a kickflip. What is it called? Like like what's it called? Oh shoot, chat. I don't know my skateboarding tricks. But it definitely wasn't a kickflip. It was like a shove it of some kind. It wasn't an ollie because he what's that called? You just with a board just 360s underneath you. Cobra Kai kickflip? There's no way. There's no way that's what it's called. It's called something simpler than that, I'm pretty sure. A push shove it. We'll go with Doc Lave. That sounds the most actually accurate. Pop shove it. There you go. That's what we're sticking with, chat. Mawkzy just did that in the process of getting scored on. But who's the real winner? The person who got the pop shove it, or the person who got a goal? Nice challenge. Wow, the fact that Nwpo was able to come out of this 50 with a goal and not just a win. I mean, Mawkzy set up, I thought, his 50 pretty well. Nwpo goes over the top of it and creates an immediate shot out of it. It's called a squishy save. No, I don't think it's called a squishy save. Direct kickoff win against the master. Nice delay. Mawkzy recovering late, no boost. Is going to have to just roll into this save at Nwpo's will. Instead, he just delays it for a second, makes sure Mawkzy falls off the backboard, and then taps it in for a third. When does NRG play? NRG never plays on this stream, unfortunately. Mawkzy back to his flick ways, this time missing. It was a similar flick angle to what he's normally done, but the problem was he was set up more on the left side of the field, which meant it misses the net instead of being perfectly placed. Have you had Arsenal on before? I think I have. He's definitely wanted to play before, and I think we've had him on at least once. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know if we have. I think I might have done YouTube video replays with Arsenal in them in 1v1. But I don't know if I've had him on a match. Nwpo, look at these resets. Can't get the final double touch, though. Mawkzy, very impressive wave dash. And it's going to get him a goal! Look at this bait. I'm trying to show it from Nwpo's perspective. Mawkzy just totally flubbing the wave dash, losing all momentum. Nwpo thinks, oh, I can go challenge. But no, he cannot. Mawkzy getting challenged earlier now. Nwpo was just accepting those possessions in the first couple games. Just saying, I'll make the save on the flick on the goal line. But it seems like he's making an effort to try and challenge them earlier now. Another good challenge. Those challenges are not easy to do when you have a player air dribbling the ball towards your net, intentionally trying to set up that challenge. Look at this ground play. The power slide work was fancy, but ultimately, worth nothing. At the end of the day, you got to get a goal. You can't just get the ball dunked over the top of you and say your movement was cool. And Mawkzy will tie up the game. Mawkzy ground pinch, maybe? No. Instead, plays it off the bounce. Slow play. Can't finish it off. Slams it against the post. Nwpo wants the full field counter immediately on the power shot and can't get it. But he's got himself 100 boosts. He's in a good position. Not the best of first touches. He is one of the few people who might be able to recover from it, but not even going to try to. Look at this flick. It just beats out. This has just been a flick expedition for Mawkzy. Every single time he is catching the ball, going for a flick, and seeing how often he can score with it. This time he puts enough heat on it to get it over the top. Mawkzy not going to the kickoff. And wow, how he got the read off that crossbar down shot, I don't know. Nwpo delaying this time on his power shot. Does get Mawkzy to react, but he had missed high. Trying to win this 50, doesn't, and now forced to use up his slight boost advantage just to clear the ball away. Decent pinch. But Mawkzy is going to take control, and we know how these flicks have been going. I don't blame Nwpo for coming in the challenge, but great mix-up by Mawkzy to go low 50. Expecting that early challenge. Just wasn't able to get that final shot. Still has the lead, 4-3 with 30 seconds. Pressure is on Nwpo to find something, and a missed wave dash. It's going to be an easy bucket. And it just became 10 times harder to come back late in this game. Oh, I wonder if he did that on purpose. It would seem kind of crazy, but maybe. He put his front wheel down so that his car whipped around immediately and then could turn and challenge forward. Now, the end result suggests he probably shouldn't have tried to do it on purpose, but with this guy, I would maybe believe that he meant to. If Cola faced bottom 18 from EU or NA, who do you think would win? I think Cola would win. I think Cola looks good, but I don't know. We'll find out. Middle East will get 2 bids here. They'll get more teams at Worlds. Nice flick Mawkzy. I can basically just stop casting and just say nice flick Mawkzy for the next 5 minutes, it seems. But we'll get to see the Middle East in Worlds with extra teams. Although it might not be Cola just because Cola came too late. Cola started up at the last regional of the winter split, which means they've only played 4 of the 9. Which means they haven't gotten a chance to get enough points to make it to Worlds. I think Veloce and some of the other teams who still have their points will probably go to Worlds instead of Cola. I haven't really looked at the points recently. But while Cola was essentially not playing, Veloce and O1 Esports, they've just been gaining points that I don't think they can come back from. Game number 4. Nwpo back in the Fennec. Tried out the Octane for a moment, didn't like it. Back in the classic Fennec that you see tons of Middle East players playing in. Wall dashes as Nwpo and Mawkzy race back to his half. Mawkzy was actually in the lead as Nwpo carried it back. And great recovery from Mawkzy to prevent what would have been a nice power shot on net. Nwpo, what a pre-flip. Let's watch this from Nwpo's perspective. He just catches Mawkzy off guard with it. Oh, it's just a great speed flip to get right back into the play despite being really far out of it. Ooh, Mawkzy, a bit of a dangerous 50. Tried to kind of bait Nwpo in. It seemed like he felt good about that challenge that Nwpo was taking, but almost pinched it directly into his own net. Mawkzy wants to gain control of this ball and go for a flick. He's shown that all series long. I like this pressure from Nwpo. And it might not matter, though. Mawkzy has a hook shot here. Nwpo doesn't get the save. Almost got the ball flicked over the top of him, and he is going to score. So definitely a better spot for him than where he was at before. Trying to react to the Mawkzy flicks when he's been given space. But it's easier said than done to keep the kind of pressure you need to never let somebody gain control of a dribble. It will start like this with Nwpo putting in solid challenges against Mawkzy as he comes down to the ground. And wow, he's just had a couple good takeaways. Totally turned around the ground game at the start of this one. That's actually the French Fennec. Interesting. Go kickoff loss. Booming it off his backboard. Taking a trip to pick up some pads. This time the no flick. The flick has worked so well. Even when Mawkzy delayed his flick, he still used it. He didn't full fake it. It's the first time he's actually has full faked it. And Nwpo still gets to save. The reset. So clean. 4-0 for the Middle East player. Bro, what is this server apparently? Mawkzy can't get a read on these shots. Or maybe it's the 50s and the low ground play he's talking about. Instead of making cringe cars that no one used, they better fix them. Yeah, it's interesting. Because the servers, I assume they aren't theirs, you know? I wonder how that all works. I assume they're like buying servers from some company who has maybe, you know, dedicated ones for just Rocket League, but still can't imagine they do server like maintenance. Yo, JWG025, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. Nwpo, wall to air dribble, one reset. Does he want a second? No, he waits for Mawkzy to challenge, and he uses the flip over the top. This is insane. We have not seen this kind of dominance from Nwpo at all series long. When he got his first win, it was just barely, and then since then, it's been Mawkzy controlling the ground, using flicks to run up the score. Now all of a sudden, Nwpo is getting first possessions quickly. Anytime he hasn't been, he's been putting pressure on Mawkzy right away. Mawkzy's been unable to control that. Look at this play, Nwpo! He's found the groove, and this is not a person you want to let find his groove. The reset, the musty. Mawkzy, the one on the goal line, trying to make the saves now and can't do it. A 5-goal cushion for the second half of this game Nwpo has, but we're talking about a Mawkzy who finished the game 10-3. He's got more than enough time to work this deficit back. And that'll start with being able to get these free dribbles. And I don't even really blame Nwpo for this insane challenge. It's the way he's been playing this, and it's been working so far, which is just incredible aggression on Mawkzy, trying to prevent him from ever even getting the dribble started. And sure, he looked nowhere near that one, but it's the purpose that counts. You know, the constant game strategy that goes along with that one mistake that has been working better for him. You can live with that if it means you don't let Mawkzy flick in 10 goals the rest of the time. 6-2, and Mawkzy has once again found a opening to get a third. Nwpo coming in just a little bit too deep. Ninja Krabby, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Appreciate that. That's a long time to throw your Prime my way, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Oh, direct dunk. 7-3. This is what I'm talking about. Now these challenges by Nwpo, they're not always going his way, but they're certainly going better for him than when he was letting Mawkzy take control. Direct kickoff win potentially. Mawkzy, a nice wave dash back. Nwpo's going to be able to get the boost, double jump, hands it over. And now Nwpo's going to be given space. Will he take to the skies like he has in the past? No, he's just going to power shot it off the bounce, using a bit of a pinch, it seemed. Ooh, soft touch, but actually probably better that way because he can stay in control of it after getting it over the top of Mawkzy. The double! This shot is insane. Just soft enough of a touch to set himself up for the perfect continuation. I don't know if that's what he meant to do all along. It seemed like he was trying to get a harder flip through that touch, but man, Nwpo, 8-3, wants to force a game 5 and is seeming like he's going to do it. A kickoff goal will make it 9-3. Oh my goodness. He is in the zone now, on a roll. Nwpo not going to be able to gain control of this one. Doesn't mean he's going to back off. Doesn't have boost. Doesn't have possession. Still tries to make it work, and unsurprisingly unable to. That one was a bit greedy. Mawkzy now off the sidewall, needs 5 in a minute if he wants to entertain the idea of not going to game 5. Tried to go for the low 50 on the challenge, but this time Nwpo throwing in the fake challenge. And that is just the mind games of ones, the back and forth. Nwpo has been challenging as early as possible for the past 4 minutes. So he finally throws in a fake, and it works out well for him. Mawkzy saying go for it. Every second off the clock is in favor of Nwpo. And I think it's getting really tough. The window is essentially closed. And as this ball bounces around in the midfield, Nwpo will slap in another one. 10-4, almost as big of a win that Mawkzy got earlier. And an opportunity to take down one of probably the top 3, 5, somewhere in there, 1v1ers in EU. Make it 11. Oh my goodness. Mawkzy wants to go next. We can wait out the 18 seconds. Can you reset? Nah, we wait the 18. Let's just wait the 18. I can't like reset it to, I mean, I guess I could, but we can let this game end. All right, game 5, chat. A huge game 5. The scoreline is not going to be what it was the last time these guys played, which was Mawkzy 3-1. And with the way Nwpo was playing in that game 4, I mean, both these guys have had dominant games, though. We'll have to see. Game number 5. Mawkzy and Nwpo. We've had close games. We've had blowouts. We've had it all. But this game 5 will decide who is better on the day. Wall dashes from Nwpo, sending himself way past the play, but he does recover in time before Mawkzy can get a shot off. So now Nwpo low on boost. He's going to take a dribble and show a nice 360, and he popped it over the top. Mawkzy didn't get the save. I thought he was going to go for a flick. It seemed like he was maybe faking it as he 360'd around, but ultimately he just catches it, and it's enough of a pop. Look at the arc on that. It's perfect right over the top of Mawkzy. And he gets the early lead in the series deciding game. Nice bump. Can Mawkzy finish it off? No. Kind of cost him his momentum to get that bump, so he couldn't get back to the shot in time. Nwpo taking a trek away from the ball, but I have a feeling we're going to see him back ASAP because he does not want to let Mawkzy get his dribble. Mawkzy, can he find the angle? Nice pre-flip to keep himself low and get the touch as quick as possible, but the problem is he's playing against the fastest player in Rocket League right now. He recovers to get the save. Mawkzy should be able to score off this, though. 1-1. The adjustments from Nwpo are clear, and he has forced Mawkzy to score in different ways, which I think is crucial to his success in this match and why he was in such big trouble in the 2 games that Mawkzy did win. Now, we have not seen Mawkzy farm the flick game. That being said, Nwpo is going to allow Mawkzy to set it up, and this is what he has to stop, and he's done such a good job of never giving that kind of space, but maybe a bit of a brain fart for a moment, forgetting what's been working for him. Being greedy and trying to stay aggressive on those is dangerous, but has proven to be less dangerous than just letting Mawkzy control the ball. Mawkzy the pinch! It's so strong! Nwpo just barely able to get the save. That was a boomer of a pinch. If Nwpo wasn't already in the way, it likely would have been a goal. Mawkzy able to get the outplay. He's getting the reads on the early challenges. He's adjusting back. And at the perfect time, he needs to clutch it out. Take it over the Middle East player. It'll be up to Nwpo to adapt mid-game from behind. Nice reset. He has done well out of the corner, but Mawkzy able to gain possession. Seems like he's losing the ball, but we saw that before, and it just turned into one of his strongest flicks all series long. So no longer will I call a Mawkzy dribble lost until it truly is. Oh, Nwpo is going to take that free one. Mawkzy wanting to gain possession. Nwpo not leaving the play, though. turning to pressure the chip off the wall. Both these guys going wave dash kickoff. Mawkzy doing it cleaner though. Now the catch, the low flick. The execution has been a little bit off from Mawkzy, allowing Nwpo to get some saves, and he can't gain control on the side wall. So instead, he'll get a demo and gain control far away from the net. How will Nwpo handle this? What will Mawkzy go for? Air dribble bump. He's been going flicks all game. Nwpo can't save it. Did he get a touch? Did he get over the top of Mawkzy? I can't tell if there was a couple different touches here. Oh, he got slightly bumped by Mawkzy, but still got a touch, just not enough. And he goes crossbar and down. The 2-goal lead has returned. Wave dash kickoff from Mawkzy. Able to get it despite getting pushed high up in the air. You get your nose pushed up high enough. Sometimes you can't get it down in time to hit the wave dash. Mawkzy did a good job of doing so, though. Nwpo has popped this ball in the air where he feels comfortable. As the reset, puts it over the top of Mawkzy. And he's just so calm, cool, collected there. Seems like it's a done deal as soon as he's able to get that dribble. Mawkzy has been unable to react. Nwpo off the wall, ties it up. Midfield play, able to bring it back for him. Just winning this boost, and Mawkzy tried to greet it out. Thought he could beat him there, and it's always tough to make the late adjustment after losing the race to the midfield. Mawkzy can't do it this time. Nwpo, sometimes the walls feel like they're just a bouncy castle. He just pops right off of them. Doesn't like to stay on there long. Giving some space now, though, to Mawkzy. You know how that's gone. I like this early pressure, though. Make Mawkzy flick right away instead of letting him do it on the goal line, but it does seem like Mawkzy's going to get a chance to bring a dribble close. The bounce dribble hook shot doesn't connect. And now this ball up the side wall. Nwpo is going to be able to carry it into a dribble, but takes it down to the ground. And that might have been the death of him. He's able to get this first save, but he's going to have to deal with a Mawkzy continued possession. The good fake, though, cost Mawkzy the bit of boost that he did have. Still in control now. 50 in the corner. Nwpo is just going to try and win the race. He didn't quite win it. Mawkzy, can he get around this shot? He should be able to, and he does. 5-4. Live and die by the speed, says Nwpo, and this time it's die. He actually adjusted late. Might have been able to get a better 50 had he not turned his car away and started to prep for the land. Now, having to work from behind one. Maybe an immediate kickoff, though, and it will be. 5-5. The hard-earned lead by Mawkzy is erased. Mawkzy, immediate kickoff. We've seen this a few times. The wave dash kickoff, where he uses a bump to make sure he has an open lane. And Nwpo was not going wave dash kickoff on that one. When they've been doing them together, it's actually been pretty even between them two. And now Nwpo's going to go for it again, except this wasn't even at all. Mawkzy should be getting a 7th, and he has. 32 seconds left to go. Mawkzy showing what it takes to win a long-winded 1v1, and that is control the kickoff. Kickoff consistency. Not letting it slip away in the final moments. Nwpo, the wave dash kickoff. Doesn't even get to steal the back corner boost. Felt like a spot where he may have gotten a quick goal. Nice challenge. Decent low 50 from Mawkzy, but with 18 seconds left to go, Mawkzy can just sit and wait. And he's not going to even then. 8-5. That, I think, secures it. Mawkzy should be taking this in Game 5. Nwpo, hard-fought battle, and Mawkzy is no joke of a ones player. Nwpo, despite not seemingly grinding ones much at all, I don't know if I've ever seen him on the leaderboard, is putting in quite an impressive performance against the best of the best, who are known to grind it quite a bit. Mawkzy somewhere like number 3 on the leaderboard right now. A great game. But Mawkzy will take the edge once again. Nwpo able to grab one more game off of him in this best of 5.